the first 2 weeks, I already started. Hi everyone, this is me, Valerie Burgo, and I'm here with a new video. First of all, if you're friends or family, log off right now. Anyway, let me get to the point. Today, I will talk about my breast growth update. After 5 years on hormones, I've been taking estrogen for the last 5 years, and on and off, I've been taking progesterone. When I started my transition, I was on a low dose of estradiol. It was 1 milligram for the first week, then the second week it was 2 milligrams for the next 2 weeks, and then after a month my dosage increased to 4 milligrams, and then my highest dose was 6 milligrams of estradiol. And please don't self-prescribe yourself and go the illegal way. Please see a doctor if you're looking to start on hormones. Anyway, the first 2 weeks I already started feeling something. My nipples were very sore and I started having these sensations. I was not presenting female yet, so I was wearing just t-shirts at work. It was like early spring and I would run hot usually, so I would just wear a t-shirt inside at work. And at some point I was like, I should stop wearing just t-shirts because I started showing in a certain way. It was not full on these, but it was cones, like small cone shapes. And like those of you that have started already and have been on hormones, you know what I'm talking about. Those that are starting, this is what to expect. They were like very conical shapes, especially the first 3 months, even first 5-6 months, I would say it was like a conical shape. It wasn't anything round just yet, and it was sore, super sore. If you bump into something, you would be like, ouch, no, this is painful. And there was also like a certain bulbous feeling, you know, the tissue started developing and you start to feel that. So after like 2-3 months, I would be very sensitive to sleep on my stomach because I was used to that, and I would sleep more on the sides. Even today I sleep a lot on my sides. But the growth itself, it kind of wasn't a whole lot, especially the first 6 months. It was more like the cone she was developing and that was growing, but it was nothing that you would want to just show off or like just wear a t-shirt for, because it was not what I wanted. Like I want more like what I have now, like round ones. And I remember after the 1 year mark, because I wasn't presenting female yet, I was like, what do I do with these? I was not comfortable enough to present female, so I was wearing kind of, honestly, like binders. Interesting, I know. I was not in the place yet. I hadn't started on laser hair removal, so I had facial hair. It was just not. It was a hot mess visually. So after that, after the 1 year mark, then they started to fill in a bit more. You know, there was more of a roundness. They were like still very small, like baby girls. Forever. But I was starting to be like, oh, okay, I see you. And ever. You know, my homegrown twins. And ever. So I read somewhere that it's best to start progesterone later on, at least like after a year on being on estrogen, to give the breast time to develop before adding progesterone in the mix. I'm not a doctor. This is my own research, and it's also something that my physician recommended, so I'm just sharing that with you. I started progesterone on a dose of like 50 mg and then I think 100 mg pills, and those kind of gave them the push that they needed to fill up a bit more. MtF. And by the 1.5 year mark, I started seeing the difference that progesterone was doing. I was rounding up in general. I'll make a separate video on progesterone. Subscribe and you'll get that video in time. But anyway, at the 2 year mark, I've started seeing them develop into a good A cup, and by 3 years I saw even more growth. And I was kind of thinking about it because it's also I'm going through puberty again, right? And I'm thinking like even in cis females, it also is a process of like years. Like it's not 1 year, 2 years, it's like 5, 6 years that cis women go to puberty. So you can see there are 3 stages basically with breast development. There is stage 1, stage 2 is where the budding happens. That's where it really gets sore, and there's like some hardness there as the areola area is getting developed, and the ducts also like develop. And when progesterone gets in the mix, the secretory alveoli start developing, as you can see here. So I was also thinking about giving them time before thinking about any surgeries. To date, I haven't had any surgeries on my breasts. It's all like natural. And now at the 5 year mark, they're a B cup. And if I wear like a push-up bra, I can really fill in my figure. And now that it's been 5 years, I'm very happy with them. I don't even think I will get surgery on them. I feel happy with them and I like how they feel. The softness feels very like nice and natural and very confirming, especially having had dysphoria with my body. I don't have that anymore. I feel like this is just me. I'm Valerie, the Caribbean girl. Disclaimer, they're still very sore and I think they'll just be sore forever. At this point, it's been 5 years. But if they're sore, it also means that they're still developing and growing. Forever. Don't quote me. So if you're watching this and thinking about them and on hormones and waiting for them to change, know that it takes time. You have to be a bit patient. Oh, another thing that I did is I used estrogen creams and then I would like give them a good massage with the estrogen cream that I just got like online on Amazon or somewhere. And I'm not sure if it's in my head, but they just kept growing, so maybe it worked. The instructions on the estrogen cream were to apply it either on the breast or the neck or the thighs and the wrists, because I think the skin is very thin and it gets absorbed. So I was doing that. Right now I'm not doing it anymore, but I just want to give you all the tools. And I hope you found this video useful. Give it a like if you liked it and subscribe if you want to watch more videos about the topics that I touch on, transitioning or life, my life. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them and I will read them and get back to you. Take care and I'll see you next time.